not gonna smack you. What's up? Welcome to Watch Chat Play. We missed you. I missed you. Did you miss them?
I did.
All 17 of you. We missed you a lot.
There's like 60, alright.
67 subscribers.
Yeah, some of them don't even know what YouTube is, though.
But you know what? I still like y'all,
Yeah.
and it's like all of you. Summer is now over. School's about to start. My classes start next week, so that's going to suck.
It's still hot as butt in here.
It is hot as butt in here, as of some things never change. But with vacations and all this other stuff, we had to take a couple of weeks off just to kind of do our thing. But we are back, and we are back in force. So for hopefully, we'll see. So my name is Devon.
I'm Cameron.
And today, we're going to talk about grinding. This week on Watch Chat Play, we're talking about grinding in video games because games like No Man's Sky, games like Pokemon, games like that, Destiny specifically.
This guy,
grinding is what keeps you playing the game. And kind of when I was thinking about this, a lot of people were whining about how in a game like No Man's Sky, all you're doing is exploration. There's not a whole lot of combat unless you pick the fight. There's not a whole lot of like engagement. It's really almost a relaxing experience because you're just traveling to different planets, star systems, scanning plants, animals, and whatever, mining for items.
There's been a few times when I didn't pick the fight. I just, warp into a system and there's just like 8 or 9 pirates just blowing the crap out of me.
It's only been twice where one time an animal attacked me and I was minding my own business. I didn't even shoot at him or her or it or whatever. And then the other time I was just trying to get to a space station and I was attacked by 3 pirates. And I died the first time, I killed them the second time. But for the most part, it's a totally solo experience. You talk to whoever you want to talk to or not. But the grinding part of games sometimes works well because it keeps, that's what encourages you to play because then you get the Batman Arkham Knight, great example. You had to get all of the Riddler trophies to see the true final cutscene or just watch it on YouTube without. And then games like Destiny where it's very grind heavy because you have to, in order to get this thing, you have to do lots of other crap. So my question is, when does it get to the point where grinding is no longer fun and you just hate the game?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. Good work.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I figured we'd take 2 weeks off. We should do something kind of important.
I would say if the loop does not have a great reward. So, great thing that I think of is carrot on a stick. You're chasing that carrot right there, and you'll reach out and grab it at some point if you can. As long as there is another carrot at the end of that stick the next time around that's even more appealing, then the grind keeps going and going and going. Like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is one of my favorite all-time games just because the sense of improvement from getting your armor sets just feels so satisfying. You look super cool. You are, like, your weapons hit ridiculously harder. You start fighting more and more tough monsters. Like, there's monsters that are so huge and they'll hit you once and kill you if you even attempt to try and fight them with like your tier 5 armor.
Right.
You get to tier 3, you actually stand a chance. There's no leveling. There's none of that. You just
have better armor.
You just increase your armor.
So the aesthetics change, your power changes, and your defense changes.
Yeah. Okay.
So take one of those away. Say you look differently, but you don't get any stronger. Would you still do it?
So Overwatch.
Overwatch is a great example of a game sans grinding, but we'll get to that later on. But so, Monster Hunter, you're playing it, you're, all your stuff, your skins and change or whatever, but you don't get any stronger whatsoever. You just have different gear. What would be your encouragement to keep playing?
I don't think, maybe to see the new monsters, but I don't think that'd be enough to keep me going.
So then what would be the turning point for you where Monster Hunter wasn't worth it anymore because it's just you doing what?
Once I got to the point where the boss fights, in order to, well, it's not really boss fights, the missions were taking so long, and by long I mean actual hour to do this.
To fight one monster?
To fight one monster. Okay. I'm sure if I improved my weapons it would go a little faster, but they're just so tough that, there's no margin of error, and that's when it kind of started to fall off. Like, I didn't feel... I'm okay with a tough game, but when it's, you spend an hour and then you end up failing That's enough to make you not want to play anymore.
I get that. When I played Destiny, I was on the ground floor. So Destiny Year 1, you and I played a lot of it together.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
The Destiny beta coincided with the birth of my daughter, so I would take a break from my wife and daughter were in the hospital. I would go home to feed the dog and make sure the cat was okay, and that's when the beta was live, so I would play some of that beta. So I was the very beginning of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny finally comes out, we all pick it up, we all start playing it, and then it got to the point, that's where Light was the big thing. I don't really know what Destiny looks like now. But I specifically remember that there was like a farming run where you would, I think it was on Mars, you would start at this one point and go, behind this building, there would be like a chest or two, and then in front of it and run around.
Yep.
But like forever, because I needed iron ore or something to create this dumb thing that's, didn't really do all that much, but that it needed me to get to another point.
Yeah.
And Destiny was so grind heavy that I remember getting real bored with it really quickly because I felt like all I was doing was grinding for the stupid, gear to make me strong enough to do like Vault of Glass or House of Wolves or like, whatever. And that was, I think, for me, like a really good example of when grinding isn't all that great because I just ended up not even wanting to play the game anymore. And I haven't touched that game in probably a year.
I never bought any of the expansions. Just, it fell off. I got tired. I don't even remember what made me tired of it, honestly. But it's just, I had no will to turn it back on, so I just traded in. I was done.
So then with a game like No Man's Sky, what do you think will keep people playing it?
Them updating.
Okay, to what, though? So what does it not have that you would like it to have for you to keep playing?
I don't know. Because, I love it the way it is, and if... I can't even... that's not my job. That's their job.
Yeah, but they're all about like feedback and expansions, and the economy as far as like businesses are built on, what do my fans want? What do my consumers want? What are they requesting? And then let me go ahead and appeal to that. So McDonald's breakfast all day is a direct result of people who were begging for it. That's how they change their business model. So for a game, even though if you're not, it's good as it is, you're still allowed to want more. Like, what would you want them to add to make it worthwhile? Because all it is grinding for the most part.
Yeah, you're just collecting stuff, you're exploring, which I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. Mm-hmm. Maybe combining elements would be kind of cool. So if you pick up like, some carbon and plutonium, you can put them together to create some new element.
Carbonium.
Yeah, there you go. Plutarbin.
No, that's cool. I like that.
That'd be kind of cool to see what you can do with it, or maybe a actual like ship dealership where you can customize your own ship.
Right on. I get that.
Base building, what they were talking about, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, and that was a big thing for me too. Like I like having my own spot to put all my stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was weird because remember when I bought a 3DS and it looks like. And I'll talk about it in a little bit, but I remember when we were talking about Pokemon Omega Ruby, and you were telling me about you have like secret bases that you can go and you can put stuff and people can visit it, and you said that I probably wasn't even going to like it. Mm-hmm. I think it's one of the coolest things in the game. It's all decorated, I got all my stuff there, people can come and hang out if they want to, and it's cool, but I like that I have a place where I can put all my stuff. Pokemon I'm very new to the franchise. My intro to Pokemon was Indigo League when I was a kid on TV.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, the app, which is garbage, and the app is what encourages me to... It really is the reason that I ended up buying a 3DS, because I knew that I liked the idea of Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then I caught like a level 13 CP Pikachu, and I just instantly went from, it's going to take me forever to level them up, this game is going to suck balls, I'm going to absolutely hate it, and then I ended up buying a 3DS XL, Pokemon Omega Ruby, and I love it. It's fantastic. I never thought I was going to like Pokemon. I ended up liking Pokemon a lot.
I told you, man.
But it's very grind heavy, but the reward is kind of there.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun for me to go and, meet all these people, fight them all.
It's not a very, I wouldn't say it's grind. It feels natural. Like, the leveling feels natural. You can go back and do it some more if you want.
Yeah.
You don't really have to.
Swap out other characters, make them stronger if you want to. Right.
It's a very simple JRPG.
But I like having my own spot where I can go, dump all my gear, set it up a little bit, so I have my own spot. Like, I like having my own apartment.
Yeah.
It's really what I was missing in Destiny. Like, I was dying to be able to have my own apartment in Destiny, and I didn't.
Yep.
It was one of the more irritating things that I have. I have this ship that I can fly anywhere with, but you're telling me I don't have a place to, like, live? Super frustrating. In The Division, same thing. You didn't really have your own spot. Their home bases, that was it.
Yeah.
And then No Man's Sky, as much as I like the game, the soundtrack is beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it's just one of the more relaxing games I think I've ever played before. And even though I'm more prone to games where I'm getting shot at or attacked, or I really need to be on par with what I'm doing, there's something about just taking some time to just explore and scan and, rename stuff or not, or just upload it. But I'm dying for a place to put my stuff.
Yeah, if I could empty my inventory somewhere without selling it.
Yeah.
Put my Atlas stones.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of those. If you sell those, you screw up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and and that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get the whole premise of the game is that you're an explorer, you're trying to find everything and explore everything, but I'm not that person. Like, I would have a home base, and friends and,
I wouldn't
like a family
carry everything around with me.
Who would do that? The loneliest astronaut in the world who just goes, you know what, I'm out, I'm just going to go until I die. It just doesn't even make sense to me. It's fun. It's beautifully done. It's you were telling me earlier that you have a lot of crashes and bugs and stuff like that. And I haven't really experienced any of that stuff.
Yeah, I've crashed quite often. But there was an update that went up today, like 1.07. Ever since 5, I don't think I've crashed. I can't think back to a time when I've crashed. But then again, I haven't played it too much just because I've been so freaking busy.
Right.
But
yeah, so I don't know. So like on a game like that that's so grind heavy, I'm okay with grinding as long as you give me something else that I can do in lieu of that. So if I'm just scanning and mining and selling and trading and that's all that I'm doing, I want to be able to take all my money and do something more than just buy a bigger ship for more slots. Like, that doesn't seem like enough of a carrot for me to want to keep on walking. And that's kind of my only conflict with No Man's Sky, is that there doesn't really seem like enough of a reward for me to continue playing it. I don't not like it. I'm not going to stop playing it. I just feel like there's like a big chunk of something missing from No Man's Sky, and I'm just trying to really put my finger on it.
I honestly wonder if there's like one of something in the universe. You know what I mean? Like, there's some big event or something in that galaxy that there's only a singular one. So, like, I don't know. When you're flying around, you see like the space station thing or the Atlas, whatever. It's like space anomaly or something. I wonder if there's just one single thing in one certain system that you only see if you're there. That'd be cool. Something like that.
Because that would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, because literally nobody else could have that.
Yeah. Unless someone flew to that system.
I am excited because I got to see Jules playing it when I first walked in, and she was on a planet that I'd never seen before, and she was looking at these weird little lobster creatures that I'd never seen before. So already I think it's interesting that there are creatures in the game that I've never seen before, and I've got way more playtime than she did. Jules, how many hours?
A half hour.
Okay. 30 minutes in, she's already seen different characters than I've seen, and I've got, 40, 50 hours into this game. I injected a lot of time into it because it's super relaxing. Sometimes you get to the point where you're kind of sick of playing Rocket League, or you're sick of playing Battlefield or whatever.
You just don't want to fight somebody.
Yeah, and you just don't want to really talk to anybody, and just want to be on your own and do some stuff. But saying that, I would love to be able to like build my own home base. I named one of the planets Watch Chat Play after the show.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of rad. But I would like to have my own, starship or fleet, or, let me build something.
Death Star.
Yeah. And then just travel and destroy planets. Why not? How big would that century be if you had a Death Star that blew up an entire planet system?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right.
Add in, like, space creatures.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it is a very peaceful game, but on the flip side of that, the stakes aren't real.
Yeah.
Like, there aren't. If you die, you can recoup your stuff.
Yep.
And then that's it. That's all. Like, there's
what happens if you die again? Do you lose it all like a Dark Souls?
I'm not sure. Have you? Well, you haven't been playing long.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I've heard a lot of people talking about how just the stakes aren't high enough, and I agree. But I don't know. I can't tell you if I will be playing No Man's Sky next month or the month after. As
long as they keep updating stuff, anytime I see one, I'm like, yeah, let's pop in and see what they changed.
Right, but they got to give me something more than just like, okay, now it doesn't crash anymore. That's not enough of a carrot.
Well, I don't even look to see. I just see if they changed like something with the UI.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't look at the patch notes. I just want to pop on and I'm like, wow, I wonder what they added.
Okay, so off of grinding Overwatch, You buy it today, it is the exact same game as somebody who bought it on launch. The only thing that's different is sometimes that they know the map's better, they're a little bit better with their weapons, they know the classes a little bit better than you do, and they probably have more, skins and blah 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 blah. So the difference between grind heavy and zero grind reward whatsoever, how do you feel about that? Like Overwatch versus, something like Battlefield.
I mean, it puts everyone on level playing field.
Right.
But they still have the ranked matches, right?
They do, and that was it was in a season. So season 1, you can go in, be competitive, and then it had like a sliding scale. You had to play through 10 different matches just to get you on, this was like your handicap, or this is what your score was based on how good or bad you did. And then from there, you can go and play in matches to either get better or get worse. The only issue I had with that was it didn't matter how good I was individually. If my team lost, I got docked.
That kind of sucks.
And I hate that.
You almost have to have a team to play with.
Right, because then there's no room for individual, performance. If I'm the MVP of the match, which has happened a couple of times when I lost, but I still get docked because my team lost, like that's not fair, and it's super frustrating.
I don't know if I care for that too much.
Yeah, Overwatch is great. I'm not knocking it at all. I love playing as Soldier 76. I love playing as Hanzo. I love playing as Trebjorn. I love that game. It's excellent, but it's missing this chunk of something that I need. So as a Battlefield guy, or I've been playing the crap out of the Titanfall tech demo. I played it playing it this weekend, and I played it last weekend.
Right now.
Leveling system. The more you play, the more you upgrade. You get merits. You get to upgrade your weapons and abilities and your Titan and stuff like that. Like that's cool. What I'm used to for a shooter. And if you were to take Titanfall and remove all of the stuff that made you faster or stronger or better, I don't know if Titanfall would be that great of a game.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be weird because that's the carrot. That's what you want. That's
right.
That's what's going on with that whole thing.
If I give you 2 hours, then I'm going to have a much better shotgun or rifle or whatever.
It's like you see what you want. Like this requires 3 wins in a row or something to get this rifle. Like I want to try to do that. That'd be cool.
Right.
And then you do that, and you see what's the next thing there. That just makes more sense in my head than, hey, if I play this many games, I get this chest to unlock this skin.
Yeah, and then maybe it'll have something cool in it, as opposed to, oh, great, I've got multiple of these, so I have coins that I'm not going to use for anything, because the margin of, the difference between, like, the color skins and the actual things that make you look differently, like, the cost difference is insane. Absolutely insane. Like, that's your grinding is just trying to get enough coins to get, like, a younger version of Soldier 76 or, like, a different version of, whatever.
So that model works really well for free-to-play stuff.
Right.
But not something you spent full price on.
Because I hate
Smite,
that.
free-to-play.
Yeah.
You earn the coins to get new skins.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can use that coin to unlock other characters, whatever, like that. What are you spent 60 on what? Like just I mean, it's a full game, but you're playing for new skins.
Yeah.
There's just not enough there.
And it's like with Overwatch, it's kind of weird because they have, your quick match, which is going straight into shooting. You have your, against AI if you want to kind of practice and get acclimated with like what the style is. And then they always have like a theme game, which is fine. I think right now is like Lucio Ball or whatever. But like little things like that, they keep on leaving. Once it's gone, that's it. You can't play it anymore. And Lucio Ball was like a really crappy version of Rocket League. You all plays the same character, like it's 3-on-3, and there's this giant ball in the middle that you have to like hit to the other side. I like Rocket League. I hate that version of the game.
Maybe that's what they're doing. They're trying something to see if it sticks.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Every week they throw out something new, or how often do they do that? Every week?
Usually it's every week it switches.
That's really cool. That's a cool idea to do. You have 1 week to try this out, and then it's gone.
But why does it leave, though?
Because they're trying to get you to come in and play the game. They're giving you, since they don't really have any other reason for you to play the game, because there's nothing you're unlocking besides skins, they're giving you that reason to pop in, play this, because you only have this week to play it, and then it goes away.
Right. Because like with Rocket League, they have their competitive thing where you can, the more you play it, you level up in rank and ability and whatever. You get different vehicles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then they have, Rocket Labs where we're going to do baseball, or we're going to do combat, or we're going to do, basketball or whatever. Yeah. They did hockey for winter last year.
That's pretty cool.
And it was pretty sweet. That was like a fun reason to keep on playing. Mm-hmm. But like Rocket League is pretty much all you're doing is just playing different matches to get your renown better or upgrade or whatever. So I don't know.
But you're also getting like antennas and
different makes and
different cars,
strains and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I don't know. As always, I want to try to be able to give you an answer of like what somebody should or should not do. But it's hard because you look at something like No Man's Sky, which is an impressive game in its own right, and it might not have everything that we wanted, but it's got a whole lot in it.
Yeah, some butt ton.
But I hope that through patches at some point, I do get to have my own, space to call my own more than just my ship that I live in.
Look at Minecraft. When that dropped, it was. I mean, it was Minecraft, obviously, but there was not much to it. And now they have like trading. They have all these different things that other people have added, the mods and the skins and all that stuff. I feel like No Man's Sky is going to do something like that.
Right.
It's going to be more of a platform than a game.
Yeah, so like No Man's Sky Year 1, we're all just trying to figure out how this crazy universe works and get used to it and blah, blah, blah.
I have faith.
And I remember seeing a stat that said like something like 88% of active users have already dropped off.
Well, the PC.
Yeah, which
PC
is very common.
The sales sales figures dropped a lot.
But that's normal. Everybody wants to try the new thing, and then depending on if it's good or bad or whatever, then they'll kind of pop off and do something else.
Yep.
So I look forward to seeing what No Man's Sky looks like in the next year or so. And there are a lot of things that I really wish that they would add. But if not, No Man's Sky isn't bad.
No, not at all.
It might be lacking some things, but it doesn't make it bad at all.
Let's send death threats to Sean Murray.
Yeah. And then just see if we could just threaten him into doing whatever we want, because that's how this country was built.
I need your game now. It's a piece of trash. Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder you because the game's run out, and now I'm gonna murder you because it's stupid.
Yeah, because they just need to kill Sean Murray.
Well, it's just 14 people, man. That's plenty of people to make a better game than what they put out.
For sure. And the scale that it is. But anyway. So, it's been a couple weeks. You want to do some Superfight? Shia Superfight. So, what does Superfight go?
Superfight is a game where we argue at each other.
Which is kind of like every episode we've ever shot. But with Superfight, what we're going to do is we grab some cards, black and white, and then we kind of argue while we think whatever build. I don't want this to drop. I'm actually terrified right now.
It's fine. Okay.
So then whatever we have, we argue to say, why our character would beat this other character, and because of its weaknesses or traits or whatever.
We get a character and 2 perks or quirks, depending on the card we draw.
And we have 60 seconds, so this isn't long and drawn out. Jules
Shuckle!
just got... What is it?
It's a shuckle.
It's in Japanese. You can't read that.
Okay, she's playing Pokemon.
It's a little turtle thingy.
Pokemon. All right.
Very high defense.
So Superfight. You go first. Grab what you want.
It is a 1 white and 2 blacks. We are face down at this point.
Face down. We are.
All right. Do you want to go first, or want me to go first?
Go ahead and flip.
Okay. White first. I am a gorilla.
I am a... My wife again. We've already done this one.
My wife! Grab a new one.
Okay.
We already saw that one. That's boring.
Conjoined twins. You didn't shuffle these.
I did too.
Not well.
Boom. There. Grab a new one.
Did you already do... Did we do Gorilla before?
I don't remember gorilla.
Okay. Mike Tyson.
There you go. I'm
so
Harambe.
I have to speak with the list. Harambe vs. Tyson.
I have a hostage. I am King Kong.
No, you're just Harambe. Mike Tyson has a magical unicorn horn.
Okay. And armed with a harpoon gun. I am Harambe that won. He beat the person that killed him.
And I am armed with a shrink ray. All right, so you won the last series. You came triumphant.
Woo!
So do you want to go ahead and defend your title?
Sure.
So it's 60 seconds on the clock. You tell me why a gorilla that has a hostage and is armed with a harpoon gun can defeat me.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Well, since I am a gorilla, and I have a hostage, I feel like my hostage would be someone that is close to you, so probably that tiger that Mike Tyson has. I would be holding that by the neck, pointing the harpoon gun at you. and then we would you would come close, and I would try to shoot you. But your shrink ray, you're gonna try to shoot me with it, but you're gonna hit the tiger, obviously, because the tiger's bigger than me, and the tiger's probably trying to bite me as it is. So I'm fighting that off. Harpoon gun's gonna go off, and it's going to ricochet around the room, land in the back of your head, and the gorilla would win.
Cool. That's it?
Sure.
16 seconds left. All right, reset the clock. What Mike Tyson would first do would be grab his magical unicorn horn and use it to get rid of the harpoon gun, so that wouldn't even be there anymore. And then he would send his shrink ray and aim it at the gorilla to make a little baby, cute little baby ape, just a little baby ape. And then he just run over and punch it really hard because he's Tyson, and Tyson punches stuff. And then when the gorilla tried to rear up, he just pick it up and just bite its head off like Ozzy, and then rescue whoever the hostage was. My little pet tiger. Little Tigger, and then we just go and grab, what's Tyson like? I don't know, burgers or something, like Skittles.
I don't know if Tyson knows what he likes because he's been punched in the head so much that
True.
He can't function.
Tyson would retire to do whatever Tyson likes to do best with his pet tiger.
Slur his words.
And bite people's ears off.
And probably feel a little concussed.
But that's what we do. So that's it. The way that Superfight works is you watch this and really analyze the pros and cons, the strengths and weaknesses of our argument, and then tell us who won. So if you think that Cameron's gorilla with a hostage armed with a harpoon gun could beat Mike Tyson with a magic unicorn horn that was armed with the shrink ray, then you let us know in the comment section, either here on Facebook or on Twitter at WatchChatPlay. You can leave a comment in the comment section, obviously, for the video. Whatever you want to do. You can get to Cameron at Litherus. You get to me at Designated Devon. We don't really care how you do it, but you got to let us know who won.
Yeah. And if you've got an argument you want to chime in with, do it.
Absolutely.
Make it funny.
Figure it out. Make it funny. Make me laugh. And then you might win just because you made me laugh.
And if you win, I will personally come to your house and give you a pony.
That's not in the budget.
That's not in the budget. We don't have a budget for that. We don't have a budget for your plane ticket. We don't have a budget for your pony.
Are you breeding ponies now?
Yeah. Do we not know? Is that ever since you got that cup? Have you started
the cup doesn't count as a pony.
Does it though?
I thought we had ponies.
We've never had ponies. This is as close as we've ever had.
How have I been getting to work?
I don't know. Somebody somewhere is really mad about his stolen ponies.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm so confused right now. So again, thank you for watching Watch Chat Play, and welcome back. We missed you. We're going to try to be way more consistent. The next couple of weeks are going to be crazy with school and everything starting back up for me. Cameron is traveling to Bermuda for reasons. Don't worry about why.
I don't know.
Are you selling ponies on the Bermudan market?
Where am I?
Oh my goodness. So thank you for watching. My name's Devon. That's Cameron. If you like the video, share it, subscribe to it. It'd be cool if we had 70. There's a buddy of ours, Dad's Games, Chad at Dad's Games. He just hit, I think, 400 subscribers, which is incredible. And we got to do a video with Chad a while ago. So congratulations to you, Chad. That was excellent. Very, very proud of all the work that you do. And you're fun to watch and easy to listen to. Are you just going to sit there and ghost face? Okay, focus right here. Look, you zone out and you zone out to them. Okay, cool. You look right at them. Please let us know what games that you're sick of grinding on. If you love Destiny, if you don't like No Man's Sky, whatever you think about that. And if you're playing if you're playing Titanfall 2, I'm doing some Let's Plays of Titanfall 2 tomorrow because that's when the beta ends. And I'm loving me some Titanfall 2 and would love to play with you as well. So thank you for watching, and I guess we'll see you next week, unless Cameron is in the middle of a stroke, and then I will just replace him with Julie. So,
Okay.
So thanks, and we'll see you next week.